Alright, in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Surface Pro 3. It's going to be a several part video. This will be an overview, and then we'll be looking deeper at the tablet as just a tablet and as a laptop. So stay tuned. So the Surface Pro 3 is Microsoft's third version of the tablet that can replace your laptop. And so let's take a look at some of the features and if it actually manages to do that. So the Surface Pro 3 comes with currently Windows 8.1 Pro, which will have a free upgrade to Windows 10 Pro. And the importance of that is you are getting the full version of the Windows operating system. You're not getting the Windows RT like it originally launched with. You're getting a full version of Windows so it can run all your programs, and it comes with enough horsepower to actually do that. The Surface Pro 3 comes available in several different configurations, including 64 gigabytes of storage and 128 gigabytes of storage. And it comes with different possibilities for your processor as an Intel i3, i5, and i7 processor option. The model that I will be reviewing is the middle range one, which is a third generation i5 processor running at 1.9 gigahertz, boostable up to 2.5 gigahertz, and with 4 gigabytes of RAM. The tablet also comes with a 720p front-facing camera, as well as a 720p front-facing camera. And it will also come, if we look at the inputs, you have the volume controls on the side, headphone jack, power button on the top, and then on the other side you have a mini display port, a full-size USB 3.0 port, the charging port, and if you flip up the kickstand, it will reveal the micro SD card reader slot. You can also get the Surface with the detachable keyboard, type cover keyboard, which has the actual tactile keys on it. The Surface Pro 3 will also come with the input pen, which has a couple nice features to it. And you can also pick up an optional Surface mouse, which is a very flat, flush mouse that once you bend the handle, it then activates itself, connects itself to the tablet, and becomes a fairly usable portable mouse. So now we've taken a quick look around. Let me talk a little bit about how it's performed. I've had it now for several weeks, and overall it's been very impressive. So the thing I like about the Surface is the functionality that it brings with it. So you can pop off this keyboard and use it just as a tablet. And once you take the keyboard off and you really take all the attachments off of it, it's actually pretty light, weighing under 2 pounds, which isn't the thinnest tablet on the market, but we have to consider that this tablet contains a full desktop grade processor in it. It is optimized for a tablet. Obviously, it does have to worry about heat control and stuff like that. But what's going to be good about this is when it comes to actually needing the performance, it's going to be there. So things like Photoshop, video editing, it's going to be able to ramp up and handle those processes. Now originally I was concerned with this model because it only has 4 gigs of RAM, and I'm used to in my desktop using 8 gigs of RAM, but honestly there was no problem with 4 gigs of RAM on this. You're not going to be multitasking quite as much on this unless maybe you get like the docking station and you plug this in to like 2 more monitors and you use it as an actual desktop replacement. At that point you may have some issues with the memory, but honestly I've been very impressed with the speed. It doesn't get too hot. Microsoft has put on a nice little venting system that goes all the way across the top. Now the fan will kick on if the processor gets hot, and when it does it will blow air more notably out of one side. But again, because of the venting system, it does seem to dissipate it fairly well. But you can have it if you're, doing something very computer or CPU intensive, like playing a game. Like I was playing Minecraft on it, and I actually had it in, with the kickstand standing up, playing Minecraft on it. But when I went to pick it up, I could feel the heat coming off, and the one corner where the processor was fairly warm, but it wasn't hot. It wasn't, barely uncomfortable. The sound on the tablet isn't the best, but it is very good. It has 2 speakers on the front, which right offhand makes this a lot better than many tablets I've used where the sound comes out the back. So when you hold it like this to watch videos, the sound coming forward is very good. It's not going to be as good as a laptop. It's not going to be as good as your desktop speakers. But for a tablet, it is very good. The layout of the tablet is a 4:3 ratio, which is different than the Surface Pro 1 and the Surface Pro 2. So in this, they've actually made it a little bit wider. And I like that because it makes it feel more like a piece of paper. And it gives it a nicer viewing angle for content and stuff like that. So you can hold it, and work with it. If you have the pen, you can use it like a sheet of paper. Do some work on it. Or you can hold it like this if you're viewing content or navigating a website. And that all works very well. Now, one of the coolest things about the Surface series of products has got to be the kickstand. And the Surface Pro 3 comes with one of the best kickstands. When you pop it out, you get a basic little angle that you can set up there. But Surface Pro 3 has an infinite amount of places you can store that kickstand. So in earlier models and on the current Surface 3, not the Pro 3, but the regular Surface 3, you're limited to a few different fixed angles where it actually snaps into those angles. But the Surface Pro 3 actually allows you to change this to whatever angle you want, and then you can set it up to use it like that. It can even go all the way back to where you can lay it almost flush on the table, and this is a great position for drawing. And so if you are drawing on the tablet, this is a great little position because it's right at a nice little angle, and it's very sturdy. Every time, even though I've used it for several weeks, I'm still amazed at how this kickstand can hold up like that. I feel like it's going to break, or I feel like it's just not going to hold. And this is a used one, and so you can tell after this has been used for a while, the kickstand does get a little bit loose. Which again, at first I was like, oh, I'm gonna snap it off when I'm bending it around, but it holds up very well. And so that is actually a really well done piece of hardware there. The overall build quality of the Surface is very pleasing. Depending on how you hold it, there may be some little, like if the buttons get in your way, but I don't know. Like you hold it where the kickstand is, maybe it's a little rough, but not really. It's engineered very well. It tapers off very nicely. The corners are all very smooth. There's no rough. There's no issues where the glass bonds to the case. Some cheaper tablets, you'll notice, there'll be a little uneven right there. It feels really good in your hand. The magnesium metal. Just feels very durable. It feels really good. And so I would definitely say this is a very premium, a very high quality tablet. And it can cost you that too. We'll talk a little bit about price. The Surface Pro 3 starts at $799 with models going way above $1,000. And then you have to add on the keyboard, which is going to run you another $100 to $150. And then any other accessories that you want to get for it. The pen is included in the Pro model. So with something like the Surface 3 that has recently come out that starts at $499, that may be a more budget-friendly option if you're just looking for a tablet. If you're just looking for something that's going to run all Windows applications, but is also just a nice, good tablet. So to close up the overview of the Surface Pro 3, overall it is a premium product. It will run you a premium price, but I do not believe you would be disappointed with the performance it brings. If you do go with the Pro model, I would stay away from the base Pro model, because if you're going to be spending that much money, you might as well get something at least that's going to hold up for a while. So go with the i5 processor and the 4 gig of RAM model. If you have the money, the 8 gigabyte RAM model, memory model, may be even a little bit better. So that is my overview of the Surface Pro 3. We'll be doing more video on just the Surface as a tablet as well as the Surface as a laptop, and digging deeper into specific applications of using the Surface Pro 3. So definitely, if you're not subscribed to my channel already, go ahead and subscribe if you're interested in that. Those will be posted in the coming weeks, where we will take a deeper look. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this overview of the Surface Pro 3.